last week, and I didn't record it, and I could have kicked myself. But I want to say good morning to you all. This morning, I'm going to be. I'm standing here in the kitchen right now. I'm about to head out the door to take my wife to the airport. But I wanted to get on this morning before I turn it over to my big brother and mentor and friend, Big John. And I wanted to just share something with all of you and to let you know how big this industry is. I wanted to give you all a snapshot of how major this industry is because I actually am heading to Washington, D.C. to speak at a artificial intelligence conference. And I was doing some research as I was getting prepared for it. And I'm going to be speaking on tech and artificial intelligence. And the article I was reading was in Forbes, and it talked about the top 10 industries for the next 30 years, guys. And the number 2 industry next to artificial intelligence was energy and renewable energy for the next 30 years, guys. And I started to look at the things that are happening around the world and in the industry we're in. We are positioned for the next 30 years. We're positioned for the next 30 years. And guys, so much is happening around us. One of the things I want to share with you is that if you are somebody right now, and I'll tell you, we all are going through ups and downs, but I'll tell you, when you see that you're doing the right thing in the right place, it's exciting. And so I wanted to just kick you off with that. And I'm going to turn over to my big brother, to our mentor, to our friend, and the brand new awarded, hailed regional director in our company, none other than Big John, who has continued to show his leadership. And guys, I just don't take it for granted, because I remember when he asked about us doing this call a few months ago, it was before, there was a lot of folks in, it was before, we had the momentum we have now. And I'll tell you, this call motivates me every Monday morning. And all of you who reach out to me after the call and reach out to what it does for you, I'll let you know that we're going to be pressing forward and make sure your team members are here. People need something to start their week. And so, Big John, I'm going to turn it over to you and get us started, guys. And thanks for everybody being on, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Well, hey, Julius, thanks for all you do. Have the wife wish her a safe and travels. And I also want to wish you much success at your conference in DC. And when you say, Julius, that you did your research and what are the next big financial movements, right? And you say that energy, renewable energy, right? And it really takes us back to what we're involved with, right?
Yeah.
And it takes us right down to the core of, we're involved in a movement. We're not involved in a business, right? We are involved in a business because we do certain things. We get paid for our productivity to what level any of us want to take this. But to know that we're in the space that's imminent, right? That's going to happen with or without any of us. Maybe that gets people to redirect their goals, their visions. And, Julius, I was up early this morning. I had to get out of the weekend funk. I did a great call with Brendan Kenny, and one of the up and coming, really committed leaders in this company, Bella and Nick Wurtzberger out of New York, total professional, former business associate with Jim Rohn for 16 years. I mean, Jim Rohn stayed at this woman's house. She was on stage doing trainings with Jim Rohn. And Julius, we know who's ever better than Jim Rohn, right? Who built so many leaders, and not just in the space of network marketing, but in the space of life, right? A guy that put his heart and soul out. And I believe when you want to become successful, you got to take a little piece out of someone else, right? Like Tony Robbins alluded to. You want to be the average, right? You want to get around sharp, motivated people, right? You don't want to get around a bunch of people that lay on their couch and wish and hope and play a lottery ticket every day. So it takes me back. I'm listening this morning. I went for a 4 o'clock swim in my pool, had to clear my head. I wanted to start the day at a high level, Julius. And that's not always the case for everyone, right? We have a lot of things from the past. Maybe it could have been something from yesterday or what happened on our job Friday that really doesn't put our mind in a positive mode or a positive direction. And there's a few things that I listened to Jim Rohn this morning. And one was about being consistent and being disciplined with that consistency, right? And asking ourselves, what is our self-worth? What do we want, right? Self-neglect, which means not having a plan, will diminish anything we want with self-worth. We're just going to be drug around our whole life. Having a job, great. I've had a job. Many of us, we all have jobs. But where are we going with the job? Can we make something out of our life with a job? No. We can put food on our table. How much this day and age, I don't know. But I know one thing. The rewards of a consistent, self-disciplined life is delayed gratification over time and a life of significance. You know, I did a call with Bella and her team yesterday. You want to talk about a motivated person? Hop on our state of the company address tonight. I can tell you this. I spoke to Michael Falquist last week. We have a lot of new announcements coming out. See, the beautiful thing about this business, we know we're on the ground floor of something huge, right? We also know that it's not going to happen overnight, right? Nothing happens overnight. When you look at examples of things that are started, right? Let me give some examples of that. I went on a nutritional program years ago. It wasn't easy for me because we're set in our ways, our habits. We form habits and we stay in those habits. And most of the time, those habits are not good. But I needed to do it. I needed to do it not only for myself, but more importantly for my family. And I had to discipline myself. And I knew it wasn't going to happen overnight. I had to be disciplined every day and structured every day with a plan. Well, here's what happened, folks. I had a 1 in 500,000 disease. Many years know, I spoke about it. I lost my eyesight completely 3 different times. I had to go to doctors. They didn't give me a really bright future on this disease. So I had to dig deeper myself. I couldn't put the control of the doctors because all they wanted to do was medicate me. I went on this plan. 3 months later, I dropped 68 pounds in 3 months. I went to the doctor, a dear friend of mine, a lifelong primary care physician. He took my blood work and asked me, did I double up on the medicine? And I told him I threw the medicine away. I was no longer sticking needles in my stomach. I wasn't taking painkillers. They had me on 9 different types of medicine. I got off every one. And to this day, my blood work is perfect. But see, it was something that didn't happen right away. It wasn't easy for me, but the results were gratifying. I have people in my life that, you know, we all do, that we call planting seeds. Let's give a simple analogy. When you plant seeds on a new lawn, you got to fertilize it, you got to get the right soil, you got to put lime down, you got to throw the seeds, you got to water it. Every day, you got to keep watering it. A week or 2 later, you'll see some sprouts of green grass come up. And then after 2 months, you'll walk outside your front door and you'll see a new lawn. It's because you planted those seeds. It's because you watered that front yard, right? So there's so many things that equate to what we're doing here today, folks. And the reason I'm so excited and I'm on fire all the time is because I live the benefits of staying focused, staying disciplined when I really didn't have to. I was making good money, my wife and I. We were running our traditional business. We were building properties. And an energy company came into our life with Michael Falquist, our current CEO. And I don't know what it was or why it was, but the rewards that we gained by being disciplined, being consistent, right, with our calls, with our habits, with our meetings, lifting other people up. It just paid rewards that I don't even know how to explain. And that's why when I share my story with so many people, I just want to let you know this could be you. This is not far-fetched. This is not a lottery ticket. This is done and built by design. And it's your design and my design that will get us where we want to go. So, I always ask myself, hey, John, what is your self-worth? What do you think you want? What do you think you deserve? What disciplines am I ready to set forth every single day? Not just once a week, not just hop on a Zoom, not just make phone calls sporadically, but have a set plan, right? When you have a set plan and you're disciplined to that plan, and folks, you don't have to quit your job. Nobody's supposed to quit their job or shut down their business. This is wealth that is generated by doing something consistent every day, whether it's an hour, whether it's a half hour. Some people that want it more, you'll put more time into it. We must be willing to make adjustments in ourselves, right? To have different results and different outcomes. There's always a great temptation. Every day we have the devil on our shoulders, wanting us to take the easy path in life, right? That's what so many people do. I gave the analogy, right? People, the first of the year, they want to join a gym, right? Millions and millions and millions of people. But that devil will poke them on the shoulder 2 weeks later and put excuses in their heads not to follow through. If you commit yourself to daily disciplines, it will become a habit. It'll become a good habit, right? It will lead you to significance. I did a call yesterday with Bella's team, Bella and Nick's team, and Brendan and I touched on significance. Significance, the word is something we all use, right? We all hear it. It doesn't come from what we do for ourselves, but the significance in our lives comes from what we do to help others, by impacting others, by helping others, by educating others, by supporting others, by recognizing others, and by celebrating others' accomplishments in business and in life. I'll tell you what, folks, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of moving parts where this company's going. I just want to let you know, understand what delayed gratification is. The rewards of a very, very consistent, focused life. Again, it doesn't have to be 5 hours a day. Over time, you're going to reach a life of significance to whatever you want to have. This opportunity will bring that. I know that. I've done it before. I've never been more excited to have this opportunity, because what does it stand for? It gives us the potential, right? In a job, we don't have a lot of potential. We're capped off. In a business, in my business, I only had so much potential. I only had so many hours in a day. I only had so many workers. I can only spread myself so thin. But in this opportunity, folks, in this opportunity, the potential is unlimited. We've seen it. We've heard the stories. So my solution to everybody on this phone is to create your own story, right? Stories are what sells, not just hypotheticals, right? It's what we do in our lives that are going to bring us great deals of success. I wake up every day, folks. My why is so burning deep and desired because I just want to protect my family. I have the ability, we all have the ability to take our lives in a positive direction with a lot of negatives going on in this world. I strive to be the best every day. I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect. I'm on the phone with many people every day. I have about 5 calls lined up today. I have a list of new people I'm going to be connecting with. We have a lot of things happening. Michael Falquist will announce many of them tonight. See, if we're not plugged in, folks, and we're not excited, we have no ability to excite anyone else. We're just playing. We're playing a fool's game. We're playing a game of chance. But when you really dial in and you become that leader, and there's many people on this call that are leaders, believe me, you're going to have significance in your life. You're going to have a life of self-worth. And more importantly, you're going to have a stress-free life. Is it easy? Nah, it's not easy. Nothing's easy, right? We have to pay the price for everything we do in our lives. From going to the grocery store, we pay a price, a heavy price, as a matter of fact. And moving forward in this world, everything's costing more money. We have to pay a price if you're a business owner, right? The conditions are changing. It's tough to get good help. It's tough to find good labor. We have to pay a price for everything we do and every decision we make. There's going to be downfalls. There's going to be disappointment. There's going to be rejection. So who wins? The people that don't focus on the negative, the people that only focus on the positive. There's a lot of dream stealers out there. I've been crossed in my paths with many people that try to steal my dream. And I got news for you, folks. Those people are not paying my bills. They never pay my bills. I want to follow people that have already done it. That's what got me there before, on sheer belief of others, right? So I ask everybody on this call today, to what level do you want to play, right? And what are you willing to do to get there? If you have the staying power, for 12 months, you're going to go through a lot of obstacles, a lot of speed bumps. You're going to go through a lot of detours, barricades. But I'll tell you what, your persistency, your consistency, your dedication, your non-wavering leadership is what's going to bring you success in this business. Because once you start building a book of business, it's going to pay you for many years to come. And when I revisited the energy space with Think Energy, I looked at 2 things. Number one, is it customer friendly? Do we have a great value proposition for our customers? And after talking to Michael Falquist, absolutely yes, right? None of our customers will ever get hurt. None of them. And then number 2, sustainability. We're on the ground floor, like Julius alluded to earlier, of the biggest transfer of wealth, second to AI, right? Artificial intelligence. Number 2 is green energy movement. Folks, we're on the forefront of that movement. We're partnered up with a $165 billion company that gave Michael Falquist $100 million. So when you get off this call, right? When you get off this call, ask yourself today, what is your self-worth? What do you want? Because those two questions, once you answer them, you're going to know what level you're going to play at this. I'm going to play at a high level. I know many people on this call are going to play at a high level. So what does that entail? It entails being a leader. A leader is a person that moves people in a positive direction and people that are willing to change, to make adjustments, right? Well, it's not going to be everybody. You're going to get people that come into your business that you think are great. They're going to tell you how great they are, and they're going to do absolutely nothing. Folks, there's many people in this world that'll take all the talents they have and never use them to their grave by simply procrastinating. So find the people that have your mindset. They're out there. They're looking for something different. We have the answer for them. I highly, highly encourage everyone to get as many people as possible on the state of the company address tonight. You'll be hearing a lot of great things, hearing where this company's going. Remember, folks, we're only 3 months into this. I know we all want something to happen real fast because that's the way our brains are wired. But I can tell you from a previous experience similar to this, if you keep chopping, the big trees will fall. If you want to take one swing with a dull axe and say it doesn't work, I can't help that. But I know each and every one of you on this call have a reason for plugging in at 8 a.m. on a Monday morning because you want something more in your life. This opportunity can give you and your families that much more. God bless everybody. I appreciate you coming on. And you know what? When you think you're giving 100%, you're not. Give that extra 10%. Dig down deep. I assure you, it'll be the start to changing your life. Thank you so much.